Did we start?
Yeah, it says live 8 seconds ago.
Oh, that's funny. So, well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's MJ and Kate live, and we're broadcasting from Rockford and also in our automobile coming to you from the other side
Ohio.
of Ohio. Ohio.
Yes,
And what are we doing
somewhere.
in Ohio?
We are going on college visits, Michael J. It's going to be a great 4 days. Lots of driving, lots of colleges. And if
And
you
what?
see me doing this a lot, it's because Teresa's driving and I'm trying to not speak, which just ask her, she'll tell you
Okay.
I'm not being very successful at it.
So, without giving away any trade secrets or keep yourself safe, what types of schools are we visiting? If you want to share.
Oh, sure. We've got quite a bit of schools that Teresa wants to go to. We are going to Penn State, Emerson, uh, Rider, Marymount, and Kent State. Which you would think we'd be going to Kent State since we're already in Ohio, but that'll be on our return trip.
Well, it's all about the timing, right?
And it definitely is.
Yeah. So, we have our viewer that came on Twitch, and so if you'll put down in the comments where you're watching from, that would be great. Since we always have that Twitch viewer, it's on there.
Yeah.
So, it looks like you have a somebody else that's riding along with you today.
Oh, can you see?
Just like for half a second.
Oh, we've got Isaac in the back. He's watching some movies on an app where they may or may not be legal to watch. I'm not sure. Maybe
So,
legal. No, how about that?
okay. So what's Matt gonna do? Everybody's
Matt is going to
gone.
play lots of video games. He started playing some game that it looks like a video game from preschool kids. It's kind of like it looks like Mario Party to me,
Yeah. So,
but I don't know what it's called.
so Matt, give me a ring. We'll go out.
He might be one of our listeners. He does listen. He never types in the comments. So.
Yeah. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions for shows, we have reached our
Oh no.
6 month mark, and so we have to sit down and plan out the rest of the 6 months, or at least a few months of what our next episodes will be. And so you can email us down here at MJ and Kate on at gmail.com, and we will get your suggestions and items that you need to show us. So, so speaking of traveling and universities, can you name the top 5 universities or colleges in Michigan based on enrollment?
Oh, based on enrollment? Okay, so these are my guesses, Michael J. I've got
Okay.
U of M, Michigan State,
Mm-hmm.
Eastern, Central, and Western.
Okay.
Did I get any?
Yeah.
Eastern was not one
I think you got
Eastern
two
was
of
a guess.
you got 2 of them, I think.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah. So let's see if we can go here. We have the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. We have Michigan State University in East Lansing, and Michigan Technology University in Holton, Michigan. Holton, and
Houghton. Yep.
yeah,
And
Hope
UP,
College
yep.
in Holland,
Oh,
and Calvin University here in Grand
wow.
Rapids.
I would never have guessed that. I obviously didn't. I didn't guess that.
Well, you guessed 2 of them, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So, and did you go Are you a Michigan fan or a State fan?
Well, I am a Michigan State fan, but if Teresa gets accepted to U of M, that will change.
I could change everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
that's her number
um,
one school.
oh, is it? Yeah. So,
Hmm.
um, what's something that college kids love to order that started in Ann Arbor?
Oh, that started in Ann Arbor. Number one thing. I mean, it
Number one
beer
item
was
that college kids like to order that started
so
in
it's not
Ann Arbor.
necessarily food or
Do you want me to
give
make a
me.
food? I'll make a
Can
food.
I have a hint?
Yeah, food.
Oh, okay.
Number one food college kids love to order that started in Ann Arbor.
I well, I have no idea because the things I can think of were around long before Ann Arbor even
Yeah.
was
What
a
about
thing.
food delivery in particular?
Pizza did not originate in Ann Arbor, really?
No, 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 no. But delivery did.
Oh, and didn't you used to do pizza delivery, Michael J? Wasn't that like your first job or something?
No, I didn't do pizza delivery. I did work for a pizza company though, but I
Like
never
the
actually.
phones.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. So, in Ann Arbor, Domino's Pizza started. 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes or less pizza delivery.
oh, that was started by Domino's?
Yep, Domino's. Yep, started in Ann
Interesting.
Arbor, Michigan. Yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah. So that's some trivia this morning.
That's an interesting fact. Well,
So,
now I want to root for Domino's to stay successful
yeah,
because
they've been
what
around
they
a long
did
time.
was
Started by
yeah.
Thomas Monahan, and he used to own the Detroit Tigers, but that was a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
So, the other one is University of Michigan State University.
That's the best
And
college in the state.
well, they claim that it's one of the biggest, greenest campuses in the country. So, do you think
I believe that.
that way? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I never went to Michigan State, but I did live just outside of East Lansing
okay, okay.
back in the day.
So apparently they have 5,300 acre campus. So that seems
Wow,
pretty big.
it is. Well, I wonder if that include. I mean, if that's just their campus, right? Because they also have like lots of farm stuff that they do because they're agricultural school, so they have lots of ag
Okay.
sites.
Yeah. So maybe that's it. Agricultural and livestock pavilions. Yeah, lots of different things to do there. And then Hope College is in Holland, Michigan, and I skipped one. But anyway, do you know that Hope College has a hospitality major?
I did not.
And part of that hospitality is a training, convention, and hotel space. And Sherry has had several meetings held there, and so we've had an opportunity to stay overnight. And they don't have a pool, but we got free access to the Holland Aquatic Center, so that was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can do that.
You
And
know, in
then
the '90s, the Hope College used to host the Miss Michigan pageant, the Miss Teen Michigan pageant. I was not in it, but my older sister was a contestant, and they got to spend the night overnight at Hope College, and then they had their little pageantry thing.
so I skipped over Michigan Tech um, College.
Is that where they have the ice wars?
I don't know if I saw the Ice Wars or not when I was looking at stuff there, though.
Like it's a sculpture contest thing, right?
Oh,
Maybe. it might not be called Ice Wars. That's like the hockey game between Michigan and Michigan State.
Yeah. So I don't know. They've been around a while. So yeah.
They
And
play
then
broom ball. Have you ever heard of broom ball, Michael J?
is that kind of like the Olympic thing?
Oh, I don't think it's an Olympic sport. It's
No,
like
like
hockey.
yeah. Like, or I was thinking more like curling is what I was thinking of.
Oh no, it is not like curling. It's kind of like hockey.
Yeah.
But I do like curling. They wow, that guy's going really fast. They like you take brooms and you put duct tape at the end of them, and you like it's a. I mean, when you live up in the UP, you gotta have something to do, and so they play broom ball.
Oh, that sounds
And
fun.
there's like, yeah, sure, it's winter sport, and you know, there's a reason why I don't want to ever live in northern Michigan again, and winter's the number one reason.
Yeah. So, and then there's Calvin University here in Grand Rapids, and they also have a hospitality um, thing as well, and they have a hotel convention
Yeah,
area, and
yep.
so I've stayed
The,
there as well.
their food there is good. I used to have to plan events for the last company I worked for, and that's where I would have them because I liked the food so much.
Yeah. So if you're watching online, there's people watching live, or if you're not even watching live, go ahead and put down in the comments where you're watching from. That helps us keep track of our audience and where things are going on. So tell us a little bit about what you know about Penn State.
Well, I used to want to go to Penn State when I was a kid too. They are the Nittany Lions. They have a great volleyball program. Well, they did in the 90s. I don't know if they still do. But it's a musical theater school. That's what we're going to go check out today. It's the musical theater program. Their colors are blue and white, I think. Their logo is pretty cool, I think. Teresa, what can you tell us about Penn State? It's very high ranked in musical theater. That's what we've got.
Okay.
What did you say? Oh, I know you don't care about them. Michael J doesn't care about their sports teams either.
The sports teams?
Yeah. She goes, I don't care about their sports, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, neither does Michael J.
Yeah. So,
it's in Pennsylvania. There you go. There's
yeah,
that little factoid
there's
for you.
that part.
Looking forward to
So
actually
it's
going.
ranked.
They're part of the Big Ten.
Yeah. hmm So they
There's
have the
an ice
best
cream parlor.
undergraduate business program. Did you know that?
Ah, I did not know that.
They're 23 overall. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Is that
I don't know what that
23
means either.
out of like 24, or what is it?
What kind of? They're part of the Big Ten. So what kind of college is that? In a Division One. So it's probably number
Okay.
3 Division One. How many colleges are in Division One?
No.
I don't know either.
So, but they do have they're number 11 in insurance.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's good.
so-
Maybe Teresa can be an insurance minor.
And 13 in real
Because,
estate.
you
So,
know.
they also
So
have engineering
Penn State,
programs. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, that's just good enough to not drive home every weekend.
That's what I said. I'm like, all these schools, the good thing is we have family that live out east. So for Thanksgiving and Easter and like those holidays, Teresa can go there because she'll only be able to come home on Christmas and in the summertime.
Yeah. So, but all right.
So truly learn what independent means.
Yeah, may she pick the best school for her.
That's right. You mean it's not about Matt and I, Michael J? Is that what you're getting at?
No. So, yeah. All right. So we're halfway there.
We are halfway. So, Michael J, we're on a road trip. Do you ever play any car games while you're on the road trip? Like, what kind of family games do you play in the car?
Okay, so we do the alphabet game from road signs that would go from A to Z. And so what you would
do
do,
you have rules about that? Like,
yeah, the rules are the sign has to be stationary, and once you take a letter from that sign, it's dead. Nobody else can use that sign. So you might be driving down the road and you see Alabama, and you go, okay, I want the A out of that Alabama, and then you're done, And then
do you have to call the sign?
You have to call it out. Like, you have to say the A from that Alabama sign over there.
Yeah.
The B from the bridge sign over there.
So as a dad, do you take advantage of the fact that you know the shapes of some road signs that say have like the letter Z in them and call it before anyone else in your family can even really read the sign?
Like La Quinta.
Yes,
like
Hotel. The Q, the J. What are the other? There's Q, J, Z is not that hard because once you know there's the authorized vehicles only sign, then you know, like.
Yeah. So Q's the hard one. You always had to, when you were driving from Orlando to Tampa, you always had to be sure you got the La Quinta the sign as you were approaching the halfway point to Tampa. And then of course, when you got to Zephyr Hills, you won. So
we would do the whole like when you get to Q, you hope that you're gonna be near some sort of populated area, like either like for La Quinta, they don't have those up here, right? So ours was Q and liquor, like for the liquor store.
Oh, okay.
That's how we would get it, because otherwise, that's when people start taking naps. If you hit the J and someone grabs the sign with J, well, then you might as well count yourself out. And our family was also a family of 5, Michael J. So trying to travel in the car with that game, it was very competitive in our car.
Oh, I'm pretty competitive with that one. Yeah. So, what was?
What about, do you ever play the game where you're like, I'm going on a picnic and I'm going to bring, and you go through the whole alphabet and you have to repeat what everyone else said before you?
I never heard of that one. I know we do, let's see, like, you say like a person, like Madonna, and then the next person has to think of the next letter, like an N letter. So depending on what the category is. So if the category is famous person, and you're on M, then that person has to go Madonna, and then the next person might have to go Nancy Drew or something, or and then the next person would do the O, which might be like, I don't know, Oscar or somebody.
Yeah. Ours, we played a variation of that where you would have to, so like, let's say it's Madonna, then the next person that went would have to take the last letter of the name, so it would be A. So like, I don't even know. There's some kid famous, Apple Phillips, right? Isn't Will, like, one of those kids is named Apple? Anyways, so yeah, we would do that and you couldn't repeat it. And I remember, it was the 80s, so we did like, I remember like Geraldo, because we would try to think of ones that ended with like really weird letters to try and get people out as quickly as possible. Or like Donald Trump, even though when you're a kid you think P's a hard name, but suddenly now that I'm in my 40s, it's not that hard to come up with names like Peter, Paul,
and Mary.
Yeah.
So we also will just look up on on the phone or something, questions to ask each other in the car, and then everybody gets a chance to answer the question. Like, have you ever been abroad? How many
Why are you
countries
calling me abroad, Michael J?
have you visited? Yeah. So, do you prefer visiting beaches or mountains?
Oh, I can't pick. I love them both.
What's your best vacation memory? What country would you like to visit? So just different categories, different things like that, and ask each other those kind of thought-provoking questions. So
Do you ever play headbands on your phone?
what's that?
So,
Where you put the like heads up kind of thing. I've
Yeah,
played
like
a
you-
version of that.
and you have to everyone has to get you to guess whatever is on your
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's fun.
That's kind of hard for in the car, isn't it?
No, because you just you turn it and then everyone sees it. We may or may not, if you're in the front seat, play it very safely.
Yeah.
So, This is my insurance lady talking. You should not play that game if you have to take your seatbelt off.
10 and 2, 10 and 2. Which you were saying earlier, but I think isn't the new thing the 4 and 7 or something, so that your elbows are close in and you have more control?
No, this isn't it. It's still up here.
It's still like 9 and 10. Maybe the insurance people say that, and the motion people say the other thing. Whatever you call that. So, okay. What are some things that you think that is different in summertime travel with insurance? Things that you should check on, like if you're gonna maybe be renting a car while you're traveling. What are some things you should think about with your insurance?
So this isn't necessarily true for all insurance companies, but if you are renting a car and you have full coverage on your vehicle with Farm Bureau insurance,
Meaning comp and collision, right?
yes, comp and
Okay.
collision. You also, that extends to the vehicle you're driving.
Okay.
However, what that doesn't mean is if you get into a car accident and your car is totaled, the car will get fixed and you won't have to worry about that. But the rental company can require you to pay another rental for another rental. Does that make sense?
Require you to pay for the downtime of the car? Is that what you mean?
No, if you didn't make it to your destination, so you still needed a rental car,
Oh, I
you'd
see.
have to
Okay.
pay for another rental car.
I gotcha. So they wouldn't just say, "Here you go. Here's a courtesy car."
Right.
Okay.
That is at the discretion of the rental company. We can't make them
Yeah.
give you a rental car.
Okay.
But we will cover all of the damages, comp, collision wise.
What about renting a truck from U-Haul or something? Same thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Same thing.
Okay.
So you're
So-
good. You shouldn't need to pay for that extra insurance. And if you don't have full coverage, I have clients who do this, Michael J, where they may not have full coverage on their current vehicle, but rather than spend, a couple $100 to get the rental policy or the insurance on the rental car, they'll just call me, add full coverage to their current vehicle, because it'll only cost them $20 or $30 for
the
that
period.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you get back from your trip, you cancel it.
Yeah. So the last time I rented a truck, I did pay the $14 so I could just walk away,
Yeah,
not have to worry about it. So,
yeah,
but I only had it for 24 hours, so it was only $14, so it didn't add up to tons and tons of money. So,
oh yeah, yeah.
any tricks for renting cars?
Tricks for renting cars? No. You do with your Farm Bureau membership. You get discounts through Hertz, Enterprise, and there's one other car, maybe Avis. I get some discounts there
Well, that's
for
good to
renting
know.
a car. Yeah, and with your Farm Bureau membership, you also get great travel discounts. So if you can stay at a Choice Hotel, you get a really good discount for staying at any of those, like in the Choice brand hotels.
Okay.
You also, like, they have week-long getaways that are only like $400 at top tier resorts in the nation. You can use your Farm Bureau member at Michigan's Adventure and get discounted tickets through Michigan Adventure. You can get discounted tickets to Disney. You can get discounted tickets to Cedar Point. So there's lots of great perks to having your Farm Bureau membership work for you from a travel perspective.
You might have to check out that discounted Cedar Point tickets.
Yes.
I think there's a plan in our future.
So you want to hear something bad that I did on accident once? You know, at Meijer, how they have those kiosks or like a turnstile where it has like the Cedar Point car passes, Michigan Adventure passes, and stuff like that all hanging.
Okay.
Well, above that sign, this was Matt and I were newlyweds. I was a volleyball coach, and it said take 20% off your, theme park, whatever. So I thought it was just like a coupon card that they were giving away for free. One of the girls that I coached in volleyball was like, going to Cedar Point this weekend. I was like, oh, here, take this if you haven't bought your ticket yet. It'll give you 20% off. It literally was actually the pass that you're supposed to pay for. She's like, Coach Kate, I got into Cedar Point for free. It was literally a park pass. I stole a park pass from Meijer for Cedar Point.
So, well,
I thought it was a discount card.
Oh, I wondered how it worked. I don't know.
So apparently you don't have to get those activated like a Visa gift card or something. It was literally like a pre-activated park pass for Cedar Point. And I grabbed it off the little spinny thing and walked right out of Meijer with it because it was kind of near the service desk, and you're supposed to apparently perform at the service desk. Oops.
Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Yeah, I think I needed to do that. Oh, speaking of getting things off your chest, we, Matt and I, not necessarily the kids, but they indulge us when we all travel together. We like to listen to podcasts or, like true crime stories and stuff like that. There is a podcast all about, we listened to it last year on the way to Florida, it was called The Apology Line. And it's a real line, like a real phone line that was in the 80s, that started for people to call to get things off their chest.
Things they've been holding back. Yeah.
Yeah, like some guy supposedly like confessed to murder, and the guy who created the apology line was like all conflicted. Like, am I supposed to call the police? Do I need to bring them in on this? I said this was for anyone to get things off their chest so that they wouldn't have to carry the burden with them. And it was a really interesting podcast.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
So, well, how much longer till you get to your destination?
4 hours and 33 minutes.
4 hours and 33 minutes. All right. So you'll be there for lunch.
Yes. I don't want to eat cafeteria food, though.
No. Okay. So, yeah, a lot of college kids don't want to either, but
yeah. Although, I mean, I say that, but our at Central, like, the cafeteria wasn't bad. There were certainly things you wouldn't want to eat, like the pudding,
right.
The chocolate pudding that's from a can and it's just plopped into a little cup. Like, why is that a thing? Exactly.
I don't know.
What was your least favorite food to eat in a cafeteria, Michael J?
They used to service this bologna. It was like grilled bologna with a scoop of mashed potatoes and cheese on it.
What?
So yeah. That was at the
That's-
entree.
That sounds terrible. Why was that a thing?
Oh,
Did you go to college and to a prison? Like, that sounds like prison food. Oh,
So
I hope they don't serve that at Penn State, or Teresa
Well,
will never eat.
our college, the college that I spent 3 semesters at, they had just a regular cafeteria, but then they also had the student union, and in the student union they had a grill, like a sub shop kind of thing, and then a hot entree, which usually came from the cafeteria, and then they had a Burger King and the Pizza Hut, and I was the manager of the Pizza Hut. So
Oh.
and we did pan pizzas, it's like personal pans. So we
Uh-huh.
would, make 400 a day pan pizzas,
Like-
little pan pizzas.
Like the kind you could get for earning your March's Reading Month little stickers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I loved
So-
those. I think I might have
So-
just dated myself, Michael J.
You did. So, all right. Well, next week we'll have another show. We'll be live at 9 a.m. Here on Facebook, on Twitch, on LinkedIn, and also on YouTube. So you can watch the replay, and MJ and Kate will be talking about more of what we want to talk about.
That's right. You never know with us. It'll be
You
a
never know.
surprise.
You never know what it's going to be. So, in the meantime, have a great week. Any parting shots?
No. Enjoy this wonderful day, though, Michael J. You have to go to work, or is it off? Is it Independence Day holiday still?
No, I do some work today.
Well, we'll see you next week, listener, watcher, viewer.
Yep. So, and we'll connect when you get back.